Well, Kia, as you can see, we are currently on location, not too far from the house of Bulelani Qholani, where we understand that he was dragged out of his home on Wednesday during law enforcement officers' operation where they were demolishing structures in this very location. And we do understand that the Minister of Police, Minister Bheki Cele, will be visiting Qholani and around 12 o'clock or rather midday, and we do understand that Qholani has, laid a complaint with police for investigations at the Harare police station and also with the Human Rights Commission to try and see whether or not the law enforcement officers that were on location and executing those duties on that day violated his rights. And at this very moment, the mood is pretty somber, but there is a briefing not too far from where we're standing with the various community leaders and the communities that are currently living here, and with the Human Rights Commissioner, just talking about some of their experiences with law enforcement officers when they are conducting their duties and basically demolishing their homes as they have been living here. And we also understand that just last night there was a meeting between the Parliamentary Corporate Governance and Traditional Affairs Committee and officials from the City of Cape Town, including the Mayor of the City of Cape Town, where they wanted to find out in terms of the progress regarding that incident that occurred on Wednesday where Qholani was basically dragged out of his home naked while they demolished his house. And we also understand from the cities that they have suspended the four law enforcement officers pending an investigation following that incident on Wednesday.
And Nasiphi, I see the structure behind you seems to have been rebuilt because it's made of part wood and part of that corrugated aluminium. Have all those structures that were demolished been resurrected?
Many of the communities that are living here have rebuilt their homes. And basically this followed the City of Cape Town demolishing their homes. The following day they did put up their structures, as many of them are saying that they have been backyard dwellers for years and they cannot afford to pay rent during this lockdown period when a number of people have lost their jobs and weren't able to go to work.
And have you had a chance to speak to Mr. Qholani this morning?
He is currently part of the briefing that is currently being held now with the various organizations, the Human Rights Commission, and also community leaders and the community members that live in this area who have basically put up structures and seek refuge on this piece of land. So at this moment, they are currently in a briefing ahead of the visit from the police minister, which will be later on this afternoon.
Well, thank you very much, Nasiphi. We'll stay in touch with you when the minister arrives for the latest updates on that story. Our reporter, Nasiphi Same, coming to us live from Khayelitsha, where Bulelani Qholani is expected to be visited by the police minister, Bheki Cele, this afternoon.